So now we've installed the Vue router and we've set up one route, just routing to the home page because we only have one place to go right now. So now we need to go over to app.vue, which I think I called app.js in the last lecture, and I apologize for that. We need to come over here and actually use it. And it's dead simple. Actually, at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this body tag here for the moment. And underneath that, I'm going to define where I want my routed components to show up. So I'll put in a div and a closing div. And in between these div tags, I'm going to put in a special one, router-view, like that. And then I'll close it this way, so it's not going to give me a syntax error. Now that's all that I've done to app.vue. Let's open our terminal, and let's clear the screen and run npm run serve, just to see what it looks like. Now if I go back over to my web browser and go to localhost 8080, let's see if anything changes. I don't see any changes at all. Now everything seemed to work, but there's actually no change in the display in the web browser. And that's because we need to do one more thing. So let's go back to our code. And we'll go over to main.js, which is right beside app.vue. And I need to make a few changes to this. It was really simple before, but I want to make a few more changes, okay? What I'm going to do is right after I import app, I'm going to import router from /router, that directory we created in the last lecture, okay? And of course, it's got an error here because it's actually not being used yet. But all I need to do now is to come down here after create app and before .mount and put .use router, okay? Now, as you can see down here, it recompiled with no errors. Now let's go back and look at our web browser. And you'll see that I have two body tags, or two body components. One that was there because I actually put it right in app.vue, and the other one that was created because we put the router in and installed it. So that means I can go back to my code, and go back to app.vue, and simply get rid of this body. So it's gone from there, which means I no longer need to import it, and it also means I no longer need to register it. So now let it recompile, go back to our web browser, and we should see one body component. And we do. Perfect. So great, we have a router that displays one component. Well, we haven't actually routed anywhere yet. So in the next lecture or two, we'll create a new component, and we'll change our navigation bar to actually be functional. So the content in the body component will change based upon what we choose from this menu. And we'll get started on that in the next lecture.